Hey guys, I just need to say that before this video even starts, most of what I'm going to say are ideas that my good friend Max and I have discussed, and he's the one who brought up most of them. Hopefully I'll be able to do a video with him one day, but until then, I just have to give credit where credit is due. So Max, this one's for you. Alright, hey guys, what's up? It's moviegoer Triple O here, and I'm sure you already know the Oscars have released their nominations for the 2018 award season. I agree with most of the list. Definitely agree that Boss Baby's nomination was well deserved. However, there's one movie in particular that was released in 2017, and I'm kind of enraged that it didn't get any nominations. I mean, I thought it was an absolute shoo-in, not only to be nominated, but to win the Best Picture category. This movie, of course, is Pup Star 2, Better Together. Okay, so, where to start? Well, it's an Air Bud production, so you already know it's going to have well-developed characters and great CGI. It was directed and I believe also written by Robert Vince. He's a creative genius, can I just say? The next Spielberg. I said that first, don't repeat it. There's also a star-studded cast. There's the guy in Deadpool, the president's daughter from Cory in the House, and of course the dad from Wizards of Waverly Place. Like one of my personal favorite actors. I think he did a great job. But they're all brilliant actors. They did amazing jobs. And I know what you're thinking, like off the bat, when I say Pup Star 2 Better Together. You're like, it's a movie about a talking dog. Isn't that ridiculous? And might I remind you that the movie that got the most nominations this year was where a woman fucks a fish. Because that's a thing. So if Shape of Water can get the most nominations, Pup Star 2 can get at least one. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, more of this movie. This movie has so many pop culture references, such as Lady Pawpaw, Taylor Sniff, Simon Growell, and my personal favorite is their take on the Beatles, or they're called the Barks. Anyway, this movie has an amazing soundtrack. It starts off with the hit song "Is This For Real?" It's so good. Not to mention the end song. It's quite a tearjerker. Called "Better Together." Unrelated note, I love how many times they reference the title in this movie. It really adds something to it, in my opinion. Some people argue that "Better Together" is just a song where the rapping is just kind of the song lyrics repeated, and the rapping is just kind of talking to a very slow beat. I would argue against that. I believe it should have been nominated for Best Original Song. And there, I said it. While I'm on to arguments, my friend Max was the one who brought this one up. The opening song "Is This For Real?" or "For Real" because they're dogs. It sounds very similar to the opening of "Stand By Me" by Ben E. King. I'll let you take a listen to it, see your opinion.
When the night has come and
I know that tonight a star will rise.
I personally feel they did this on purpose and to kind of pay tribute to the late Benny King. Anyway, there's of course this number where Scrappy raps at the recurring bar we see in the movie called the Barkeezy. That's also another good song. And another song, the song is not as memorable, but it definitely is memorable in the way that it's some of the best CGI use I've seen in my entire life, to the point where I thought that they actually taught a dog to breakdance. The scene where they go to the disco bar and the dog just dances with all the humans. Great choreography. I was convinced it was a real dog. It was really good. That's one of the reasons why I feel like it was definitely robbed from nominations. This movie is also very diverse. They have their Hispanic maid. At one point she sprays holy water on them, so I think that, I don't know, I feel like that adds to like a Catholic person's or a Christian person's experience of the movie, because they do mention holy water, which is fun. Okay, so now what most people don't understand when they initially watch this movie is there's so much more happening underneath everything. Okay, so basically, something that's not touched upon in this movie, I still have yet to watch the original Pup Star, but I feel like this would be touched upon more in that movie. I mean, me and Max are gonna watch that together hopefully one day. Basically, in a world where talking dogs and humans coexist, there's bound to be dog racism, and this is actually mentioned at one point where the Deadpool guy is chasing a dog throughout the Barkeezy, and I don't know what type of dog it is, but he says, how are humans the ones who run the world? And I think that's like our first taste. I don't know if they're making a third Pop Star. I hope they touch more on this if they do. Because there obviously has to be some discrimination against dogs. One thing I did notice is that in the final competition where Tiny and Scrappy sing together, the audience is full of humans, which is different compared to like other scenes where we've seen humans and dogs coexist. I thought it was funny how a competition where it's mainly dogs performing didn't have that many dogs in the audience watching. That's just my opinion though. I'm definitely going to bring my friend Max on this because he probably has so much more to say about this. He's the one who mentioned it in the first place. I think with a world like this, there's obviously history that they're not mentioning. Like, were there any dog presidents? Like, there's so much more to this movie, and I feel like that's something that the Academy definitely brushed over is the complexity into this universe. It's kind of like a new Star Wars universe. There's so much to explore. For instance, the Barks, this universe's version of the Beatles. What was their success? Like, did the Beatles actually exist, or was it only the Barks? Like, Lady Gaga, Taylor Swift, Simon Cowell, do they not actually exist? Are they actually these dog counterparts? If so, are there more famous historians from where we, like, our universe, our current day, that in that universe, they were never human, they were always dogs? And this is something that I feel like any nominated movie right now for the Oscars, I mean, Shape of Water probably has some, but most of them, they don't have this, like, complexity and this, like, much depth into their universe. Definitely why I think it was robbed of a nomination, because there's so much to ask. There's so many things that leave you questioning after the movie. It's just, I haven't seen a movie like this in a very long time that leaves you just really kind of like, you know, more aware of the world you're living in, and with so much more, so it's questions. It makes you question your life, authority, the people around you, and I just think that it was robbed of any nominations and an Oscar win, in my opinion. Like, I'm sorry I said it. I hope someone from the Academy watches this video and then understands how great and complex and intense and difficult Pop Star 2 Better Together is. In my opinion, deserved every award. There's something in every category it could have been nominated for. You know, it's good. I definitely want to go more into some subjects brought up today. Definitely want to have Max with me, because he will definitely, you know, he'll bring more to the conversation because he thinks of stuff before I do. In real life, the first person the US sent up to space was a dog. So that must have been more monumental in a world where talking dogs coexist with humans. And I think I feel like there's more complexity into our dogs' pets, technically. And if that's so, if you can buy is it kind of like slavery in this universe? Like, there's so much more you can talk about and argue with this universe they've created in Pop Star. I think another main question I have is, once you've won a talent competition, why do you have to go back and compete? Because usually once you win, you're done. You're the winner. So that's just some questions. Anyway, I'm going to leave you guys on that note. Tell me what you think. Subscribe, like, leave a comment. I will definitely come back with more videos. This is Movie Goer 2 Triple O. Have a good night. Or a good day. Anyway, bye.